Today I'm going to talk about some tips and tricks that can help you work faster. You may have seen some of these before, but I hope at least some of them are new. So, as an example, let's say I want to log into the server. So I can type out SSH username at in6.ucsc.edu. That's kind of time consuming. I might make a small typo that I have to go back and fix. Also, I might forget my username and have to go look it up, or I might forget the name of in6. All of this is going to slow me down. So what I can do instead is look at the history of commands that I've run because I know I've logged into the server a million times. And then I want to just copy and paste that command from my history. So history will show us that history. Now maybe I don't want to search through all of this just manually, so I could do history and then use grep. Okay, cool. So now I can copy and paste this, and it'll save me a lot of time. Okay, and there's actually an even easier way to do this. We can type Control R and see that pulls up this prompt reverse iSearch. So now let's say I type IN6, that's gonna pull up this match where I'm SSHing into IN6 and I can just press enter and it'll go. So that's another convenient way to search the history. Finally, there's one other way. If I just press the up arrow, that gets the most recent line from my history. And I can use the up and down arrows to just navigate through this history. Okay, so that's something that really comes in handy all the time. And whichever of these three ways you end up using, it's really useful to know how to do. All right, so the next time-saving tip that I'll talk about has to do with files and file names. So let's say I want to cat this very long file name .txt. And it's kind of annoying have to type this all out. I might make a typo. So instead, let's just type a few letters and then press tab. And it auto-completes. Great, that saves me a lot of time. Now, what if I just typed VE and then pressed tab? So it does this partial autocomplete, completes to very, and then if I press tab again, I see these two files in my current directory that match. Very long file name and very, very long file name. So now if I add a V on the end here and I press tab, it'll autocomplete because very V only has one match. It's this very, very long file name. So that's pretty handy. And actually this works for commands too, not just for file names. So if I type HIS and then press tab, it'll autocomplete to history. So that's, again, really handy and can save you time, save you from typos, stuff like that. Okay, finally, there's one more sort of shortcut I want to show you. Again, let's use the example that I'm trying to log into the server. So let's say I type out username in6.ucsc.edu, and then I realize, oh, I forgot to type SSH. So I could just use the arrow key to go all the way back to the beginning. But there's a even faster way. I can just type Control A, and that jumps my cursor back to the beginning of the line so that I can add what I wanted to add. Then if I want to go back to the end of the line, I can use Control E. So again, that's Control A to jump to the beginning, Control E to jump to the end. And there's some other keyboard shortcuts, but Control A and Control E are the ones that I use all the time. So I hope you've learned something today that will save you some time the next time you're working with the terminal.